Welcome back to the Ed Show. So what have you been doing in the past 8 days? Well, here's what President Obama has done. 2 town halls in foreign countries, 2 major speeches, 6 international news conferences, 18 meetings with world leaders, traveled a total of 10,000 miles, including a surprise trip to the war zone in Iraq today to meet with the troops. Compare that to what the opposition, the Republicans, are doing. Michelle Bachmann talking about re-education camps. We showed you her in Psycho Talk. And this report today about Eric Cantor, the number 2 Republican in the House. Here's his big plan. He's trying to ambush freshman Democrats during debates that are broadcast on C-SPAN, but then put the clips on YouTube to make them look bad. You know how it goes? It sounds like the Republicans have a winning strategy to stay in the minority, if you ask me. Carlos Watson, anchor and political strategist here on MSNBC. Sam Stein, political reporter for the Huffington Post, and also Michael Graham of WTKK radio host with us tonight in Massachusetts. All right, Michael, I got to start with you first tonight, buddy.
Absolutely.
What are the Republicans doing? What is the strategy here?
I'm with you, Ed. I thought Eric Cantor should have been, in Europe talking to the G20. What the heck was it? I think the Republicans should all jump on a plane and head over there. Come on, you can't compare what the President of the United States is doing with some guy in Congress. But all the Republicans need to do right now is keep score. If running up a $1.75 trillion deficit, if adding more debt in 20 months than we've had in 200 years works, then the Democrats are going to win. But if it doesn't work, the Republicans just have to say, see, we told you it's a bad idea.
All right, Carlos, what do you think of this?
It's not unusual. Remember, Newt Gingrich did this 20 years ago. Now, he could argue...
I got a playbook here.
And by the way, who is Cantor's mentor? Newt Gingrich. So not surprising where it came from. But I think the real story here is that not only do Republicans need to do some guerrilla tactics, and they do, and not only do they need some real solutions, we saw them try last week. Who knows what will happen, as you said, on health care and other things. But what do they really need to do ahead? They've got to raise a ton of money. Because the truth of the matter is right now, they don't have a message and they don't have the messengers.
Sam Stein of the Huffington Post. I want to ask you, the New York Times has come out with a poll that says the number 1 issue, it's either the economy or health care. Why aren't the Republicans talking about it, Sam?
Because they're stuck on tactical maneuvers like the one that Eric Cantor will do. I mean, this just feeds into that theme that all they have are different guerrilla tactics to get back in the majority. I mean, they could have spent the time they did trying to embarrass freshman Democrats by actually putting numbers on the budget that they introduced first going up to Congress. But they're devoid of ideas, and they can't talk about the economy when they have Bush hanging over their heads as the reason the economy is in the doldrums in the first place. So, again, deploying tactics as a way to get back in the majority, don't know if it's going to work.
Michael, are the elected, I got to ask you, Michael, are the elected Republicans listening to Newt Gingrich? Do they believe that we are less safe? Does the leadership of the Republican Party think we're less safe?
I'm sorry, you mentioned a mythical creature, not familiar with the leadership of the Republican Party. I haven't been able to find them. But I want to get back to something. I love this sympathy for congressmen of whatever party. They're in Congress. Someone asks them a question. Eric Cantor isn't asking them questions from Jeopardy, Quake, the northernmost European capital. He's asking them about the policies they're discussing. And so I'm supposed to feel sorry for a congressman that he doesn't understand the issues. Then again, since Democrats have stopped reading any legislation they vote on, maybe it is a trick question. I don't know.
All right, let's take a look
to get a clip for YouTube.
Let's take a look at some of these numbers. Hold on, fellas. Hold on. The New York Times CBS poll, the right directions on the economy. The numbers show that the President of the United States, Carlos, is headed in the right direction. How long do you think this can last? I mean, we got to start seeing some jobs, don't we?
We do, but I think he has until the end of the year. And actually, I think he may have longer. Truth of the matter is that I think this president may get the longest honeymoon since FDR. So it won't be as short as what Gerald Ford got, which was only a month. And he may or may not get 2 years. But I think people are willing to give him some time. And you know what's helped a bunch in the last couple of weeks, believe it or not? I think the Dow. I think the Dow's numbers, people are looking for something. They're not getting it from the unemployment numbers, not yet. We don't see a lot of for-hire signs. But I think the Dow is something that people could measure. It's giving them a little bit of hope.
Sam, there's another poll out, right direction on keeping America safe. The president also wins 61% to 27%. How should the Democrats take this? Go out and tell the world that they're doing the right things, or should they spike the ball on this? What do you think?
No, I mean, the truth is that they should be civil about it, statesmanlike about it. They don't want to make it a political issue because that's the thing that they blame the Bush administration for doing. You know, I think the structure right here is to focus on the economy, too. So as much as these national security numbers matter, really it's about jobs. And I'm with Carlos. I think the president gets a honeymoon. I think actually the unemployment statistics are what the key is here, not the markets. If unemployment keeps going up, then the president's going to be in trouble.
Okay, Sam, I've got to ask you, because you did the story on Michelle Bachmann. Does she have any credibility at all?
Yes, sure. I think there's a sliver of the GOP that actually believes the stuff she says, whether it's these camps for education or whether it's an orderly revolution or the elimination of the dollar, all these crazy things she said in the past few weeks. I actually think there is a slice of the GOP that, you know, terminally believes this paranoia about Barack Obama.
I just find her comments absolutely amazing. I mean, for talk television, she's the gift that just keeps on giving.
And
I mean, holy smokes.
And for Democrats, do you not think that MoveOn.org and every other Democratic group is not going to run some of her things over and over again?
Who?
Michael, I've got to ask you, should the Republicans be reeling in Michelle Bachmann at all? She seems like an unguided missile right now.
I mean, once again, most Americans are going, who's Michelle Bachmann? I love the idea of MoveOn.org. The vast majority of whose members, according to polling, say that they either believe the government was involved in 9/11 or aren't sure, is going to criticize someone over conspiracies. Right now, you have a loony lefty, Lincoln Chafee, running for governor of Rhode Island. He was a member of, he wanted to be part of a 911 investigation panel because they're not sure what happened. You want to find kooks in America, look to the left.
Well, that's the majority of us then, Michael. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, speak for yourself,
we got some things going on. I mean, come on over, my friend. Things are going pretty good. We're heading in the right direction.